Good morning, everybody. It's regionals day. And I think I might actually be excited for going to do dressage. What an experience. My goodness. It is currently 10 to 5. My little dog Loki, hello darling, had a operation on Monday and he's a lot better, but I need to go get some tablets into him and I need to go get dressed, and I think it's Baltic outside. I've packed my bag. We're all going on a winter holiday for a day to do some dressage. Yeah, I have packed my thermal hunting stock shirt. That's okay to dressage in, isn't it? Asking for a friend. Welcome to episode 5 of trying to persuade my dog to swallow his medication. Wish me luck. Right then, we're at the yard. I've got 2 hats on. I've got my one with a light and my ear warmers on. First jobs first. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. So, I'm getting water out to the fields for the boys. Mum is somewhere in the distance in the dark, wandering around with a wheelbarrow of haylage. And then we're going to grab the 2 boys up because it's absolutely frozen. I don't know if you can see there. Very frozen. So it's a case of making sure that everybody's got something to drink because no chance that's going to be okay. So move the boys and then crack on with Magsy. I'm with Donut. I don't think you can see him. Can you see him a bit? Hi Donny, say good morning. Donny says, what time do you call this? What a time. Can you see the lorry in the distance? Right, that's the boys moved. Donut and Flint are at the top now and they've got fresh unfrozen water and some haylage. The lorry's not defrosted yet. Oh god, it's still like minus 5, I think. I'm just praying that the seals haven't frozen on the ramp. Wish me luck. Okay, lorry's ready. Only thing I didn't think about yesterday is all the windows are frozen closed. So this one was already open, thank god, but the rest of them aren't going to be opening until later. Luckily we're only travelling about 20 minutes, so she'll manage with one window. Not ideal, but we'll manage. Doing a good on time. I'm just grabbing Maggie's going out head collar, which I really need to replace because it's getting a bit old, but it does the job. This is our water filled with warm water. I've skipped lovely tighten out, and you've got your turnout rug on, haven't you, sweetheart? Good boy. Hello, baby. I've just got Miss Maggie to do now. Say good morning. I'll skip her out. It's 10 to 6. I'm hoping the lorry's verging on defrosting, and Mum's on her way. Girl.
Right, what do you want, bandages?
Yes, please. So you may be wondering why we are up so early for a dressage test, particularly as my test isn't until, what time is it, Mum? 10:37. And we are here at 6:40. Mum's got a problem, so just wait a sec. Okay, we need to go on a glove search, but I'll help talk to you first. We have an arena walk. Pardon? we have an arena walk at 7, which I wouldn't normally do, but I've seen how dressed the arena is, and Magsy needs to get an opportunity to just see it so it's not quite so spooky when she goes in. I've never done one before, so that's going to be an experience. I'm going to put bandages on her so that we blend in with the dressagers. We don't want to be looking like an eventer wandering around, so we have brought bandages and fluffy overreach boots.
What's it coming without me? And you have a lovely day.
And breathe.
I will. Not you. Oh, she will. She's relaxed.
Okay then, arena walk is done. Maggie has 3 rugs on because it is Baltic. And yeah, what did you think to the arena walk, Maggie?
Boring.
Can't say it was the most thrilling thing in our life, but she got really chilled in there, which is good. I've discovered Maggie has a much faster walk than everybody else. Bless them, they were saying, do you want to overtake? And I was thinking, oh God, we're speeding up to everybody's backside. So next thing on the list is get a young lady's mane plaited and get her beautiful. It's 8 AM and we're on at 10:37, so we've got 2.5 hours until we go down the centre line.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, yeah. Or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter, yeah. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, 'cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does.
That's better. And relax the right shoulders so you start that well moving. Give her a breather. So give her a walk. Practice breathing, break walk. Yes, you're in that right hand to the front and from the top to the canter. You're putting your right elbow along the right shoulder, she doesn't travel enough. So just scratch the right hand.
Hello, a quick jump in with a bit of a voiceover. First things first, I want to say the biggest thank you to lovely Leah, who did so much videoing for us at regionals. She got all of these lovely clips of us warming up, and I've left them all in so you get a good insight into what we do. My trainer, another massive thank you. She also turned up to help me get worked in, and it was a real big help because I could feel what needed changing, but she managed to do it in such a subtle way by just stuff like relaxing my right shoulder and bringing my elbow in and making Maggie got this walking at the right point and the likes. And we went and practiced lots of her stretching down, getting the scratches in to keep her really chilled, and you can just see how nicely relaxed she is working in with all of the other horses. Okay, so coat comes off, it's nearly time for business. So you can see I'm just starting to pick her up to finish off the last bit of her warm-up and getting ready to go in shortly. I'll come back to voice over the test.
Yeah, she does get coffee at home.
Darling Deluxe, known as Maggie at Home, has been a partnership with Sandra Bettany's Darling Deluxe. Since Sandra bought her for Evangeline Llewellyn-Smith as a rising 4-year-old, and Maggie has competed at Bramham in the Burley Young event horse classes as a 5-year-old, and they've had numerous wins at B90 and top placings at the British eventing 100 level as well. Well, lovely story. Evangeline saying that they nearly lost Maggie last year due to a chronic bout of colic, and this resulted in surgery followed by weeks of box rest and 6 months off-ridden work. But they're so excited to have her back and under saddle and now competing, and we're delighted that they're doing just that and that they are here at Arena UK. Buyer at EM Farmer Limited, Evangeline Llewellyn-Smith, who has her Pony Club A test, continuing to make those final preparations on the outside of the whiteboards. Also has a level 3 diploma in horse management and a BSc honours in equine sports science. Long-standing supporter of the Pony Club, Evangeline Llewellyn-Smith, and as a member from 9 to 21, now continuing that involvement as an instructor.
Hello, I am back and we are in the big ring. Isn't it dressed well? I think it was a fantastic atmosphere and it looked so beautiful, and it was so cool to ride in like something so well dressed. I am really hoping that I don't get copyrighted for the music in the background while we were trotting around the edge, but I thought it'd be really nice for you guys to hear like where they announce, and you've got the tannoy going as you go around and how they've got music going. So if you don't get to hear that and I've just had to make it silent or put music over it, sorry, that's YouTube for you. If not, hope you enjoyed. Okay, so I've got 3 judges in this test, 1 at C, 1 at M, and 1 at B or E, I can't remember. And they are all judging me and scoring me, so I can't give you individual scores for these marks because I just lose myself. But what I can tell you is I got sort of averaging around about 7s throughout the test, some 8s, some 6.5s, so that gives you an idea. And I was thrilled with Maggie's way of going. She was swinging, she was through, her contact was steady. There was a few comments on my accuracy. A couple of my circles were too large, so that's my fault. And a few comments about her being a bit downhill. Now, we're aware that she's built downhill anyway. She's a bit croup height in her conformation, but we can do more to get her sitting on her hind leg, and then that will produce the higher marks. But for where we are at with our schooling, I honestly don't think she could have done any better. She tried so hard. She was quite spooky in there. I don't know if you noticed the spook before she went down the centre line. I was literally planning on turning to go set down the centre line, and she did a big spook, so I thought, oh God, I can't come off of that. So I went and turned around and came back the other way. And then I think another spook comes a bit later on in this canter left at some stage. But even so, she's got good active way of going. She's so happy. Look at her ears flicking back to listen to me and then just being pricked the rest of the time. And she's really cracking on with the job. So I think the spook comes now. There we go. But, you know, she gets back on with it. I managed to keep my cool and keep her steady and cracking on. I feel like our shapes are quite good, bar our circles, and our marks were good for that. I was really proud. One of the judges gave me 8s for my rider's position and rider's results, which I'm really proud of, because I do work quite hard on how I sit. Maggie got fantastic scores, 7.5s and 7s for her walk. She's got a really great walk. It really swings. And I know when we're in the free walk, I can work quite hard and push it. So you can see me really swinging in the seat, pushing for the big, big steps, because I don't have to worry too much. I'm not saying it's not a risk at all, but I don't have to worry too much about a jog until I'm going to the medium walk. And at that stage, that's when I have to work quite hard. So overall, quite a neat and tidy test as we make our way down the centre line. And there's nowhere to hide with this horse and country videoing, because you're right at sea, but I think we're pretty damn bang on that centre line. Even my mother turned around and said, Evie, you do a mean centre line. I was so proud of Maggie doing this well in such a big atmosphere as well. Such a good girl. Did forget my salutes to the other judges, so managed to do them quickly at the end. And that's her leaving the ring. We leave it on a free walk on a long rein like we did in our test. And then I've also just left a little cheeky bit in, because right at the end I'm there steering her out, about to give her a pat, and then she does another ginormous spook, which is hilarious, but you can wait and see.
Evangeline Llewellyn-Smith aboard Sandra Bentley's Darling Deluxe, meeting her performance. While the mare of Irish origin, originally purchased from Holly and Graham Smith. And Evangeline saying that this both horse and riders first time attending the regionals and having decided to have a go at BD this winter and thoroughly enjoying it.
Me again. So I've left this in as we come out, and Leah did really well because she caught the next clip. So we are heading straight off to a BD steward who stands just outside the gate, outside of the ring, who then checks Maggie for any marks from my spurs and any marks in her mouth. So there's blood rule. If there's any blood on the horses, you're immediately eliminated. Luckily, Robin came and held her because she's quite fussy around her nose. It's really, really sensitive. And he just also checks that your bit is legal and all those sorts of things. So, and you see he has gloves on, etc., because he's touching so many horses. And then here we go. Obviously, he was happy with everything. And we're walking back to the lorry. Robin disappears off, so I'm saying bye to her. And you can see the warm-up arena was on our left. The stables with the horses staying over were on our right. And it was busy, but it was a really, really nice atmosphere, actually. We really enjoyed ourselves. It was a freezing cold day. We were having to be careful of the ice, but it was actually a really nice day because obviously it was quite dry and sunny and just really, really enjoyable. I just couldn't have been any prouder of my darling Maggie. What a good girl she was. Good girlie. We've rugged her up and put our boots on to keep her legs warm. Mum, you're in charge of telling us the score.
70%! Yay!
Well done, Magsy. Good girl. Very well done. Need your platzies out now. Maggie and I have something to tell you. And you may be clocking on to what it is from the fact that I'm in my competition wear. I don't have another class to do. Yeah. We won. You won, Maggie. We won our class. So I'm just heading back to prize giving. I honestly can't quite believe it. It's insane.
You know how clever she is.
I was just telling her how clever she was. And look at that. Thank you very much. So we are heading down to prize giving in just a second. I'm just making sure I look smart. And can't believe it. I'm not cut out for the stress of waiting to see if anybody's come in and knocked me off of top spot, because it also means that we have qualified for the, I don't know what it's called, the championships. The winter championships of whatever whatever they are. So yeah, I'll find out and I'll tell you in a sec. But we've qualified for that too, and we could only qualify for it by winning, because there had to be more people in the class for 2 people to qualify. So I can't believe it. See you later. Hey, we're home now. Meg's is just on the lorry. I'm running around to get her rug so she can go straight out and have some field time. Remember moving the boys this morning? There's gorgeous Titan, and then there is Donut. Oh, there we go. There is Donut, and there is Flinty. Hey, gorgeous boy. She'll be down in a minute. So I'm just grabbing her rug. This is so surreal. It still hasn't sunk in. I've still not checked to find out whatever the championships are. They're the national championships, and we've qualified for winters. So I'm gonna call them the Winter Nationals, and let's hope that's something along the lines of right. She's been such a good girl, and she's just travelled home, and she's happy as Larry. And we got a sash as well, so I'm gonna have to pop it on her at some point. Hopefully it doesn't traumatise her. And yeah, I guess there's going to be another dressage vlog coming where we go to nationals, goodness me, which is in April. So stay tuned for that. We've got loads of other exciting stuff coming up, but for now I am going to enjoy the ups, because there are plenty of downs, and you know, we've just got to appreciate that April last year we weren't sure if she was going to survive, and now she goes and does this. Absolutely bonkers. Anyway, have a good day. Thanks for watching.
Sasha does.